What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another fishing adventure. So today I am making more 10-inch glide baits. So I made this one in the last video and it came out so perfect. It swam beautifully. So today we're making more. I want to make about 10 of these guys. So I got the molds out, we got the resin out. I do want to save some of this resin to make a 5-inch glide bait, so about half the size of this one. So we'll be saving some of this for that. So depending on how much we have, depends on how much we will make today. But I want to do different paint schemes on this guy. So this guy is a shad scheme, which is mine. This is the test one and my first one to make, so I'm keeping this one for myself. But I will be selling some of these glide baits if you want one. Every single one will swim perfect. I will have to order bigger hooks, so they will come with bigger hooks. I actually need an hook in my finger. Speaking of hooks, I will go order some right now actually, so I can have those in time. But I will let you know more about buying these if you want one. I know a few people have said they want one. I want to make a trout, but I also want to do like a sexy shad with the white, yellow, blue chartreuse, you know, like a sexy shad color. And then I want to do a perch. One of my subscribers, Jeremy, he wants a perch. Shout out to Jeremy. Let's go ahead, start pouring some resin, making some molds. Already got a few tail pieces here that I made on the first day. So we have 2 tails already, but we need to make 8 more tails and hopefully be able to make 10 more head pieces. So let's get started. So much supplies. So whenever I tested out the first lure I built, I did do something a little different that I didn't do to these. So I went ahead and dropped this in the water just to test it out, and as you can see, it is floating perfect. It wants to stand upright no matter how I drop it, so that is good. It floats. I'm stoked. So now I can make all of them exactly how I made this one, and it will be perfect every time. So I did make a little change to the original build, but this is gonna work out perfect. So let's go ahead and make some more. Got the bottom line tie-in and the hinges on this side. And just need to attach it into here. I'm not gluing this together yet. I want to paint it before I do this, but I just want to stick it together and make sure it all floats right. Push it in. There we go. I need to drill a hole for the line tie here and here. All right, so there is all the hardware and line ties. I want to go ahead and put it back in the sink and test it out one more time. Let's add some hooks and the rings to it though first. All right, I got the hooks and rings on the back and the front. Let's see how it floats with the tail on. I may need to make some adjustments with the tail. No hooks. The tail is definitely way too heavy. All right, I need to add more flotation to the tail. This is the tricky part of making lures. You got to balance each one. Alright, so I have decided I am making 5. We got the head pieces there, and now I am moving on to the tail pieces. We got our first one here. The last tail is done. Looking pretty freaking good. We'll pop it out, clean it up, and then we will have all of the tails made and the heads. So that will be the 5 I am making today. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up. And then we need to add some weight to it. And then all the line ties and the hook ties. And then we can hook them all together and take them out to the lake and go test them out, make sure they work. It is 12 degrees outside though, so this is not gonna be fun. But I do wanna get these done today. And to do that, we will have to test them out and make sure they swim perfect. So, all right, the last piece is all cleaned up, looking good. You can drop that down right there, and there is our 5 10-inch glide baits. Looks pretty freaking cool to have all these set up right here. Yeah, buddy. Alright, so I got all the pieces made, got all the hardware made. Some of it is already glued into these 2 pieces here. And now I need to glue on all these fins. I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and get all the hardware glued in, and I'm gonna glue it in the tail pieces here, but I'm not gonna glue it into the front because these still need to come apart for painting. So I want to keep these separate until the very end, but I do want to test them out, so I'll test them out just like that and see how they work. Let's see, that's all glued in. These 2 are pretty much done. All the hardware is already glued together. Just need to do these 3. I just got all 5 of the lures put together, minus the tails, but now nothing else to do but to go to the lake and test them out. Well guys, I was gonna test out these lures, but the pond is all ice. Dang it. That sucks. Okay, sick. Alright, well, I guess we'll test them out in the next video. I'll come out here when it warms up and try again.